August 1521. A golden city floats on a mirrored lake. It is a masterpiece of human engineering, humming with 250,000 souls. But just beyond the mountains, a tidal wave of iron and disease is approaching. How does an empire of millions vanish in a single bloody summer?
Forget everything you know about the ancient world. Look at Tenochtitlan.
It was larger, cleaner, and more advanced than London or Paris of the time. Built in the middle of a massive lake, it was an island metropolis of canals. At its heart stood the Great Temple, where elite warriors offered blood to the sun. The Aztec Empire was at the absolute zenith of its military and economic power. Their weapons were made of volcanic glass, sharper than surgical steel. They believed their world would last forever. But across the ocean, a different kind of predator had set sail. They were hungry for a yellow metal the Aztecs used only for art. In 1519, Hernán Cortés arrived with a ragged band of just 500 men. Emperor Montezuma made the most fatal diplomatic miscalculation in human history. Instead of crushing the small army, he welcomed them inside the city gates. For months, a tense Cold War paralyzed the floating city. It was a surreal clash of realities. Iron armor beside jaguar skins. The Spaniards marveled at the golden markets while secretly plotting to decapitate the empire. If Montezuma had executed Cortés upon entry, the Aztec Empire might have survived. Instead, he hesitated, and hesitation breeds catastrophe. The tension finally snapped. Cortés's lieutenants massacred unarmed Aztec nobles during a religious festival. The city erupted in absolute fury. The citizens turned on the Spaniards. They even turned on their own emperor. Montezuma was stoned to death by his people. On the Night of Sorrows, the Spaniards tried to flee across the narrow causeways. Loaded with stolen gold, hundreds of heavily armored men drowned in the dark water. Their greed acted as an anchor. The Aztecs thought they had won. But the Spaniards had left a microscopic killer behind. An unseen invader swept through the crowded streets. Smallpox. The indigenous people had zero immunity to the European disease. Within weeks, the virus achieved what cannons could not. It ravaged the city, striking down warriors, priests, and the new emperor alike. Bodies piled up in the beautiful canals, turning the drinking water toxic. The psychological trauma was devastating. Why were their gods punishing them while the invaders remained immune? The invisible killer broke the spine of the Aztec resistance before the final battle. Cortés returned, this time with a massive fleet of wooden warships built on the lake. He brought tens of thousands of indigenous allies who despised Aztec rule. The siege of Tenochtitlan lasted 90 brutal days. It was a meat grinder. The Aztecs fought for every street, every temple, every stone. But starved by a blockade and decimated by disease, their obsidian blades shattered. On August 13, 1521, the last Aztec emperor was captured in a canoe. The golden city was burned to ash. Upon its smoking ruins, the conquerors began to build Mexico City. The fall of Tenochtitlan was the abrupt deletion of an entire civilization's timeline. It forces us to ask a haunting question. What if? Today, we look back and judge Montezuma's fatal hospitality. But history is a mirror. When strange, disruptive forces arrive at our modern gates, do we welcome them in? Whether it is untested artificial intelligence or climate engineering, do we see the danger? Or do we let curiosity and greed open the door? An empire is never murdered. It usually opens the door itself. The past is not a graveyard. It is a lighthouse. The Aztec sun was eclipsed by iron and disease. Next time, the largest cavalry charge in human history clashes with an Islamic empire. The Siege of Vienna, 1683. To hear the warnings from history, hit subscribe. The past is our only compass. I am Kang, and this is History Reborn.